What's up, guys? Grimsy42, and I've got kind of a plethora of stuff here, a little mixture. Actually, it's consistent to one thing with a few little oddities at the side. We have the very last of my Black Friday purchases, purchase I recently did at a Target, an actual Goodwill find, which you never hear from me because the Goodwills in my area absolutely suck. And then a huge pile of Wii goodness, some quality titles and some filler titles, I guess you could say. First with the Black Friday goodies. The first one is a game that I actually wanted for a while. I just wasn't willing to pay full retail, so I waited till Black Friday, and I believe it went down to 20 bucks, which was more than good enough for me. And that's Deadpool, and it's still sealed. I keep my games sealed until I actually play them, kind of as an act of preservation, just, to say that they were, preserved that much longer. This next one I actually opened because the wife and I have played it, and we're actually pretty far through the game, believe it or not. She really enjoys it, and she's normally into like Mario-type platformers only, but she's having fun with this one, and that's Rayman Legends. Okay, next I will show my sole Goodwill find, and this actually, ironically, before I show that actually, let me show you what I purchased at Target. One of the things I got from my employer for Christmas was they gave me a $50 Target gift card. So I was kind of like waiting for the right thing to buy, and basically what I told myself is that I would buy something that I normally wouldn't have purchased, something I didn't want to spend the full retail value on. That way it kind of like would get me something I wanted but couldn't justify because it was essentially free money. And it's pretty cool. I haven't opened it yet. It's the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games Big Box. Big Box. That was actually a botch of saying box, so worked out. But it looked pretty cool from the video I saw, and then it's got this cool blue remote with it, so thought that would be pretty neat to pick up. And the ironic thing, like I said, is when you pull out of the Target parking lot, you essentially drive past a Goodwill. So if I'm ever driving past a Goodwill, I will, I'll pull in to, see what they have. And normally I get disappointed. And when I went in there, I actually at first thought I was going to get a really good score. I saw a couple GameCube games, and the one that caught my eye was Star Fox Assault, which I believe was the better received of the two Star Fox that came out for the GameCube. And I opened it, and it was just a generic case with the Star Fox slip covered in, and there was no manual and there was no discs, so I was like, not so cool. But I did look a little more, and I did manage to find something video game related, and it's the entire Super Mario Super Show series. This is for just Mario 3, but it's this cool 3-disc set, so all the discs are in there, and it's in, it really looks like it was unused, so I appreciate whoever really didn't enjoy this, because I definitely will. Even if I don't get the time to watch it, it'll definitely be a cool piece to add to the collection. The next stuff I'm going to show you are two games that I picked up at a GameStop. I went there specifically looking for one, and I will give you the backstory on that, and then I happened to grab the other one, which is the one I'll show you first. This had finally gone down to, I believe, $10. It's Bleach Shattered Blade. Yeah, Shattered Blade. And I've had my eye on this for a while. I like the cool foil cover, and, I really wanted to get it, but I didn't want to pay, 20, 30 bucks. So once it went down to 10, I was definitely okay picking that up. And this next one, like I said, I specifically went to the GameStop to pick up, and when you see it, most of you may kind of raise an eyebrow, but I will explain. And it's Madden 2013. And if you look close, this jersey is not holographic, and I will explain that also in a minute. So basically the deal with that is, since it was towards the end of the life cycle or lifespan or whatever you want to call it of the Wii, they produced very few copies of this. Excuse me. I don't even remember seeing it in stores. It was that obscure. And when GameStop gets them, you can kind of search their inventory online. So you basically know, where the nearest one is. And thankfully they had this at their store, and I was very happy to grab it. But it actually pulls into a funny story before that. So as I was looking for this game, I actually managed to find one outside my area, and I had them transfer it. And here's the case for it. And if you can see, I'll actually put both up. This is the more recent one. If you can see, really bad lighting, but the jersey on this one is more of like a holographic. If you've seen the Maddens, you've seen it probably. So I'm not sure which of the two is more obscure, so I'm going to hang on to both. Again, I'm a collector. I could care less if it's worth more. I just use that more or less as a score to keep track of like how good of a score it was. So if it's a super common game and no one cares about it, then I'm not going to really value it much in my collection because I know how easily I could obtain it. But when it has some substantial value like this, I tend to value it more just because I know it's harder to find. So really it's more like, I don't know, I guess like if you were to compare it with Pokemon, it's like finding a legendary Pokemon, for example. So basically, I just I wanted to make sure that I tracked down every rare Wii game for the system, and with this, I believe this finally was the last piece. But the story was that when I went to pick this one up, which is the same day I picked that one up, I wasn't allowed to because the dummies only sent the case and manual. The disc is in there now, but I had to wait an extra 3 or 4 days. Actually, I picked this up after MagFest to get the whole thing, so they finally sent it to me, and this one is in perfect mint condition. So I was very happy to add this to the collection and ship it off the list. Okay, now we're gonna go through some more games here, and I'll kind of give you a little bit of a quick story on any or all of them. This one I actually didn't realize until I came home with it because I don't have an app on my phone to track my Wii games yet, unfortunately. But this one I already owned. However, it does not hurt my feelings because it was only 99 cents, and my friend Kate, aka Boomstick229, doesn't have it yet, so I'll probably trade it to her, and that's Heavenly Guardian. Next one was also only $1, and my wife was excited to see it. I guess it's a book or something, but again, it was a Sega title. It was in like really good shape, and it was $1, so I grabbed it. Golden Compass, and again, she says it's like some super epic, like Narnia type book, which I didn't read that either. Sorry, I'm not much of the. I like to read, but I don't like to read novels. I guess if that makes sense. My ADD. I do not have the attention span. But I read so much at work or about work or for school or all that fun stuff. So that's enough reading for me. Let's just say I don't recreationally read unless it's like text in an RPG. This next one was 15. I actually wound up getting it for 10 because I had a coupon, but I picked it up because it was a Nintendo title and because I had never seen it before. And then I also found out this is the not for resale version. It's Endless Ocean. And it's not for resale, like I said, because it came bundled in a big box, kind of like the Sonic, except this came with Wii Speak. So now that I know that, I'm definitely going to try to track all that down so that I can have that. I really like to collect the big box games. They display really well. This next one I also had, but it's a condition upgrade, and it was $3, and it's a really good game. And again, Boomstick does not have this, so it's Zack and Wiki, The Quest for Barbaros Treasure. I am getting tongue twisted to death today. Holy moly. Okay, next is Wario Land Shake It, and it was like $9, so I was okay with paying that for it. It's in good shape, and it's a Nintendo title again, so these next two are $1 each. That's why I purchased them. SSX Blur. And my least exciting pickup of this pile was Space Chimps. Yeah, it was $1. Okay, the rest of these were all under 10, and this is the last pile here. Dead Space, I think, was like $7, and it's by EA, which, but I've heard of the series. It could be good. Again, I like collecting for the Wii. I'm not going for complete as of yet. There's just too many stupid games that I will never play, even if like I'm super bored and I've played every other game. But I do pick up the ones that look interesting. This one, I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I picked up Ghost Squad. It's a Sega, a shooter game. No manual. And I'm thinking to myself, why is there no manual? What happened is I brought one up to the counter with the manual, and the little herpa-derpy Gamestop's like, oh, we have a second copy, here you go, and didn't bother to check, and I knew there was a manual before I brought it up there, so I assumed he had enough intelligence to carry that forward. Not so much. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm either going to take it back or ask them if they'll give me a manual or what, but on the hunt for a manual for that. This next one I picked up because it was $1, and it looks really, really cool. I don't know if you can kind of see. There's like a really good holographic effect. It's Geometry Wars Galaxies. Looks like kind of like a puzzle game. This next one is a survival horror game. It's called Cursed Mountain. So I'm excited to actually try that one out. This next one, I've heard of the series. I'm not sure how good it'll translate to the Wii, but it's from the Far Cry series, Far Cry Vengeance. Okay, this next one I heard some really, really good reviews of, and I'm super, super excited to try it out. There's actually 2 of them, and I've yet to track down part 2. This is the first one. It's No More Heroes, and it's by Ubisoft. They make some really quality titles. I'm actually really impressed with Ubisoft recently, so hopefully it's good. This one here was also only $1. That's why I grabbed it. It's Mercury Meltdown Revolution. So anytime I see a $1 Wii game, unless it's like Pretty Pony Princess Part 2, you know, I'm going to pick it up. And you know what? Honestly, even if it's Pretty Princess, whatever I said, I'd pick that up too. Just because, as you all know, I love me some horse games. Let me tell you, I really... No. But I did buy that stupid My Horse and Me Riding for Gold because it's super, super, super hard to find. I had a really tough time tracking that down. Believe it or not, it is the hardest game on the Wii, at least personally, that I was able to find. I had so much trouble, and it was so embarrassing, you know, calling them and saying, hi, do you have this horse game? And, you know, I really don't like to lie. I wanted to be like, it's for my little sister, but it was for me, so I couldn't even play it off. I had to just, and then when I came in to pick it up, the guy's like looking at me, and it's like, dude, I'm not a brony. They think those are not for me. Hard to find. It's going on the shelf. I won't touch it ever again. But anyways, on to my last pickup. If you watch Justin or Business 17, whichever you would know him as, probably the latter. If you watch his videos, you'll see that he picked this up. I actually got the game before him. I'm just very behind in my picking up videos or pickup videos or picking up my game. And I worked last night. I worked nights, if you guys didn't know that. And I'm filming this at like 10 in the morning, which for you guys who have pseudo-normal sleep schedules, that would be like 2 in the morning. So I'm all flipped up. So that's probably why my wittiness is less than normal, which is less than average, which is... Okay, anyways, on to the last game. It's Fragile Dreams, Farewell Ruins of the Moon. Ruins of the Moon. Ruins of the Moon. And something y'all might not know around these parts, it is one of the many games that has a alternate cover. So, if you're one of those people, which I am not, that don't mind bending it, you can get a different looking picture. And that actually drove me frigging insane for a little while, because I would go on eBay or Feebay or whatever we want to call it today, and I would see like 1 in every 30 would look like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know, was there an alternate art, or I didn't know, and I was going insane because I really wanted to know whether or not there were 2 different versions or a rarer version or what. And now I'm putting this art in like fail, so I'll just keep rambling while I try to fix that. I seriously suck today. So I'm gonna talk to you without looking, so I can look at this. Ta-da! Only took 431 tries, but yep, there she goes. Anyways, this is an Xseed game, and it's not an RPG. It's more of like a, not really survival horror, but like survival horror without so much horror, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's similar genre, if you will. But anyways, I was really happy to pick that up. I did get it from Feebay. I got it at a really good price. I think I paid like 10 shipped for it, and it's pretty hard to find. I was having difficulties tracking it down through GameStop, so I definitely, took the lazy route. And I don't mind going on eBay as long as it's not like a really, really expensive game. I mean, if it's this, I'm not going to go on eBay and trust, random dude A, because for the value of this, they could easily make a repro or, whatever. And, oh, by the way, this is Earthbound. I'm not really... It's in the system, but I honestly have not got past the title screen. It's not for me. I think Ness is so stupid looking. He's a little dumb. My issue is when I play a game, I like to assume the role of the main character. So, like in the create a character games, I make the character look like me because I essentially want to, kind of forget where I'm at and go into the game. I don't want to be like a 2 foot tall little kid who looks like, he's like wearing a stupid little hat. No, not for me. So unless he's like big and tall and strong and cool, really, if I'm cooler than the character in real life, it's not going to work for me. So maybe one day I'll get over my insanity and give it a try. My friends will all tell me, I'm an idiot, but I'm going to stick with my buddy Jay Hatfield on this one and say, FRPGs, but not all RPGs, just that RPG. I actually really, really like RPGs, just that specific RPG. But I'm a collector, I had to have it, and I honestly just recently got it. I wanted to see if the battery worked. It does, which is awesome. Speaking of working, you guys probably got something to do, and I've been talking a lot. So I'm going to let you all get back to your life. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope I didn't talk too much. If I did, you can wreck me in the comments below. Be like, yo, whatever. Again, really tired, so I'm kind of like hyper, if you will. But